She came to this beach looking for herself. She didn't expect to find a friend. The next morning she woke up before the sun had fully decided to rise. She walked down to the beach with her shoes in her hand. She sat on the sand and watched the water. The ocean was quieter in the morning. Like it was still waking up. And then she heard it. A small sound behind her. She turned around. And there he was. The same dog from the night before. Same spot. Same hopeful eyes. She tried to look unimpressed. She failed completely. She went to the small shop near the beach and bought food for him. She told herself it was just this once. He ate like he hadn't eaten in days. She crouched down in the sand and watched him. And looked up at her like she was the whole world. She reached out her hands slowly. He sniffed her fingers carefully. Then looked up at her. She petted him. Her hand on the top of his soft sandy head. She named him Raju. She didn't know why. It just felt right. They spent the whole day together. He chased the waves. She laughed watching him. She filmed him with her phone. He would run into the water then sprint back to her. Over and over again. He showed her things she never would have found alone. A tide pool full of tiny creatures going about their tiny lives. She stared at them for a long time. She sat on a rock and sketched him in her journal. He sat still while she drew him. Like he understood completely. As the afternoon turned they walked to a part of the beach she hadn't seen yet. A hidden cove tucked between two high rock walls. Completely private. Completely beautiful. That evening they sat on the beach together as the sky slowly darkened. He put his head on her lap. And looked up at her with enormous patient eyes. She ran her fingers through his fur. The stars began to appear one by one. She lay back on the sand and looked up at the sky. She had been so afraid of being alone on this journey. But maybe alone was never the right word. Maybe she was just free. She looked at him. This small scruffy dog who had simply decided she was his person. And who had no interest in her plans or her deadlines or her carefully organized folders. He just wanted to be wherever she was. The next morning came too quickly. She packed her backpack slowly. More slowly than usual. He watched her. He knew. She looked at him. She looked away. She looked back. She went to the shop owner. She asked him if he would feed Raju every day. The old man said yes before she finished the sentence. She tied a small piece of paper to his collar. Her phone number written on it in careful letters. She crouched down and looked him directly in the eyes. She didn't say anything. There was nothing to say. She hugged him. He let her. He leaned into her. And then she stood up. And she walked away. She didn't look back. If she looked back she wouldn't be able to keep walking. Raju sat on the sand and watched her until she was just a small dot in the distance. She left a piece of her heart on that beach. But she carried something with her too. The proof that she was open. That she was capable of being surprised by life. That the world could still give her things she wasn't looking for. The road was waiting. And she was ready. If Raju made you feel something today, share this episode. Because everyone knows someone who needs to be reminded that unexpected friendships are the best kind. And subscribe. Because in episode 4, the road really begins.